the sequence of when you use skills is actually something that really matters. So you have to learn your skills and know when you should be throwing them. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You use skill 4, skill 3, skill 2, skill 1, skill 2, skill 1, and skill 2 again, and skill 1. Yeah, basically that's like 27k damage. What's up everyone, Gids here for another video on Tarisland, and today it's going to be a build guide. Well, it's basically showing off my build as a DPS priest. Of course, I'll be making a part 2 as well on my healer priest as well, because I use the healer priest when it comes to PvP content, because there's no room in my team for a DPS. But nonetheless, this is still what I mostly use whenever I'm doing dungeon runs, and I occasionally switch into a healer priest when it's needed. So this is something that's good as a priest player. It's very flexible, and usually it's not hard to actually find lobbies or matchmaking, because you can just queue up as a healer and you can have an easy life when it comes to dungeons. But anyways, let's go ahead on to the build. Oh, and by the way, according to this website from ontarisglobal.com, I'm just the server ranking number 4 priest in our server Asia 3, in overall server number 28. So I don't know, probably don't listen to me because of this. Okay, let's start off with the talent. So I'll be showing you 2 different builds here because I've been testing the other one as well. So first off, we're going to go with the usual one, which is the Agony trial. Second build is going to be a round pain trial right here. So this is the skill right here. So everyone's going to have 32 talent points. If you don't know how to get all those talent points, it's 18 from leveling up and 14 from all the quests down here. Okay, so everyone should be able to max it out at 32. Well, not really max it out, but get 32 talent points to assign. Okay, so we first have to understand that we have a core passive. One of the core mechanics of being a DPS priest is that we don't have a crit rate. Instead, we have combo rate. So if we go to our attributes, right, you can see crit is 0, but we have a 5% chance to actually crit. But on our equipments, we are never going to get an enhanced attribute of critical rate. It's always going to be combo if there's ever going to be combo that shows up here. Or yeah, if there's ever going to be critical, it's going to be combo. So if we switch to a healer priest, it's going to switch to critical. So don't bother building critical because you can't really build critical as a DPS priest, right? Instead, you're gonna get combo. So basically, combo is like the counterpart of critical hits. So it's still additional damage in the end. Okay? Anyways, here are the talents. Torment is our skill 1. So dealing extra damage on that one, since it's our spammable skill, is pretty good. Next, we have increased attack whenever we land a combo. So we have a 30% combo rate at the moment. Next, we have Agony Trial. Agony Trial is our skill number 3. Okay, so this one has a 100% chance to make our Torment add 1 Fate Sigil additionally. So if you don't know what Fate Sigil is, it's basically this thing right here. So it enhances our skill 2. So I'm basically just going to show you the mechanics as well now here. So if you use Torment, skill 1, you can see it building up Fate Sigils. So once you reach 5, your skill 2 is actually going to be enhanced and it's going to be transformed. But right now, it's not working because we are healing up. We'll show it later. But anyways, once you reach 5, you get an enhanced skill 2. So that's basically it. And getting this talent right here basically makes it a little bit faster. I'll go through the skill sequence later on as well. Okay. Next, we have this thing. So it's basically just, again, another damage. Increased damage whenever we're using skill 1. Next, combo rate increased by 3%. I mean, 3% is not a bad number, but we can always just take this one out and put some other things over here, like probably this one, 1 second longer. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Let me try this one. I kind of like it. That's probably going to be higher DPS. Okay, so the reason why I reduced this one is because I'm not hitting a breakpoint anyway, because if you look at our second passive right here, it increases our combo damage when we hit certain thresholds, right? So you can see here at 34%, we get our combo damage increased by 75%. Currently, we are at 28%. So if I add 2 more on this one, it's gonna go up to 30%. But I need 4 more percent to get up here. So it's fine for me to actually reallocate this one to something else at the moment. Okay, that's why I did this one. but let's see how good it actually is going to be. Okay. Anyways, next we have Holy Energy. Holy Energy is actually a huge damage spell, single target damage spell, and also it also boosts our combo rate by 20% for the next 4 seconds. So this one is a huge burst of damage, and we follow it up with a lot of skills later on in the skill sequence. Next, we have casting Holy Missile or Holy Barrage makes your next Torment 7.5 more likely to land a combo upon dealing damage and increases its damage by 15%. Again, this is gonna show up in the combo, so this is gonna be good. The sequence of when you use skills is actually something that really matters. So you have to learn your skills and know when you should be throwing them. Okay? Next, we have your Torment, Holy Missile, and Holy Barrage. Deals 10% more damage to targets taking DOT or dots from Agony Trial. So basically, your skill 3 right here has a damage over time that persists for 6 seconds. Okay, so within that 6 seconds, your Torment, which is your skill 1, and your skill 2, Holy Missile and Holy Barrage, the enhanced version, will deal 10% more damage. So again, you have to take this into consideration when doing your combos. Next, we have Holy Missile, Holy Barrage. This is basically skill 2. Skill 2 is pretty strong. Again, since that's what we are building onto here. Next, we have Agony Trial. So this one deals 30% more direct base damage and 30% more base damage over time. So it basically enhances your skill 3. Next, we have combo damage during Holy Energy. So that's this skill right here, skill 4. So this one's going to be stronger again. Next, we have Holy Energy, deals 10% more damage and lasts 1 second longer. So that's 5 seconds now on this skill. Next, we have this skill, which is our buff. So it's this one. So this one basically enhances our haste effect and attack by 168. Increase that by 10% more. That's 16.8 more attack. That's actually pretty good. Kinda like it. Okay, so we're actually going to be dealing a lot of damage here. And I forgot to go through the other passives here. So this is another passive. If you are building a lot of cooldown, this one actually looks pretty nice. But right now, I have no cooldowns. You can see here, I have 2.78% cooldown. I don't have it yet, but it's going to be something that I'm going to be building towards for my gear. Okay, next we have Holy Extension. Okay, so again, this one is based on our Omni stat. So right now, I have 0 Omni stat. But this one just requires 15% Omni. Okay, so it's probably much easier to build once we get better equipment, right? Lastly, we have base combo damage is increased by 10%. So this one, again, also pretty good. Okay, before we check in on the damage, let's go over attributes or equipments. So these are the stats that I have right now. It's actually not going to look as good because I haven't really built for anything yet. Okay, so there's not much here, but there's something I want to show you here first because I think this one is much better is because you have to understand something when it comes to equipments, especially when you start farming for equipments. So when you actually check this one, there are enhanced attributes right here. When you click plus, you actually get to see what kinds of stats it can drop on those things. So basically on these kinds of items right here or equipments, you want to just get intelligence and hit. Hit is very good when it comes to dungeons because it basically minimizes the chances of you missing your abilities, attacks, and whatnot. Okay, so you want to focus intelligence and hit as much as possible. If you get the other two stats, I mean, they're okay, but they're not really that good. Okay, you want to go for intelligence. Intelligence basically attack, increases your attack, and then hit is again hit rate on the enemies. Okay, so you can just click on these things, and that's how you know what kind of stats you actually want to get. Later on, when we get the advanced attributes right here, there's 3 possible attributes. So yeah, there's going to be so much more different stuff here. But again, I think for this one, I would prioritize attack +9 over intelligence if possible. But the other stats here are pretty much okay. But you know, this one's RNG and there's so much more stats to take a look at. But for now, at 100 gear score equipments, this is basically what you're gonna want to look for. And there's the cooldown stuff are going to be over here. Omni combo are right here. Okay, so that's basically how you want to look at this one. So here's my equipment. It's basically 90 gear score stuff mixed in with 100 gear score stuff because we still have not unlocked all of the Arcane Realm raids just yet. Okay, so just a quick run through. Also, gems are basically Gems are all free to play stuff. They're all the ones that you get from questing and from chests. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. I still don't have everything slotted. So yeah, I'm still chilling. Not in a rush in any way, but that's basically all my stats. Next, let's take a look at my Inscribed stone. So this is my setup right here. Basically, the goal, what you want to do for the Inscribed stones is to actually get this one's the Echo upgrades. So Echo basically is whenever you're in combat and yeah, whenever you're in combat, you'll see this status right here. So at 15 stacks, it will trigger Fatuina Echo and improve specialization attributes. What's a specialization attributes? It's basically this thing right here, specialization attributes. So for mine, as a DPS priest, it's combo. Okay, and there are also additional effects over here. So this one makes it last 1 more second, and of course, it also increases the damage. Next, when you go up here, it increases our specialization attribute level by 131 additionally. Okay, and then movement speed as well. That's pretty good to unlock. And then lastly, this is what I'm trying to work on up here on the last ones. So this is basically extra heals and also helps build up our ultimate ability. I did not actually talk about ultimate ability, but basically it's this one. So whenever we cast any skill other than the skill 2, right, we gain fate sigils. So whenever we use this one, we can use any of our other abilities and we get to spam skill 2 within that window. It's a 6-second window. So anyways, this is how I did mine. So of course, unlock your first echo right here, and then moving upwards here, trying to unlock the second echo. And of course, you want to get your emblem slots right here as well. So I have the 2 slots here. So all the slots or all the emblems that I'm using are basically the attack type emblems, right? Or damage roll emblems, and then 1 general emblem right here that has emblem skill +1 and intelligence. So this is basically increasing main attributes again. That's the only reason why I'm keeping it. Okay. Also, when it comes to these things, I think you want to go for attack again for the additional effects. But if you are not lucky at all with getting them, I mean, it's fine, right? You can change it later on. Like if you get stuff like this, right? So increase upper nodes attributes by 50%. Though I just have it right here on the specialization attribute, stuff like that, right? Again, completing the second Fatuina Echo right here. And then we go up, opening the emblem slot, go up, left and right, opening the emblem slots right here again. And then lastly, we're gonna try to go up here. The reason why I don't have this unlocked yet is because I'm short 200, I think, yeah. I'm short 200, what do you call this thing? Inscribed stones thingy. So that's why I have 3 over here. So we can basically just reset this one later on into 1 out of 3 and then invest those ones into these things right here. Okay, so that's basically the plan when it comes to my Inscribed stone. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the combo. So combo is going to be very simple. This is your burst combo. So yeah, basically you're gonna start off with Pious Faith right here. This is pretty good when you start encountering a boss or basically PvP as well. So you're gonna start out with this one, and then you're gonna use skill 1 until you build up your Fate Sigils to 5. After you get this one to 5, you use skill 4 to increase your next combo damage. And then you go ahead and use skill 3. Again, you have the talents that boost your Holy Barrage. You use your Holy Barrage, and then you use your Torment. Then you use your Holy Missile again, and then use your Torment. Okay? So yeah, that's a lot of skills to take into consideration, but I'll be speaking when I'm going to cast them. Okay, so let's go through the combo and let's check damage points, total damage. Okay, so within this combo, let's go. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. You use skill 4, skill 3, skill 2, skill 1, skill 2, skill 1, and skill 2 again, and skill 1. Yeah, basically that's like 27k damage. Okay, so let's try the combo again and click damage points. There you go. So buff up, skill 1, skill 5 stacks, 4, skill 3, skill 2, skill 1, skill 2, skill 1, skill 2, skill 1. It's around 24k. Oh, we're 3k damage short. Maybe I should have put in one more skill 1 or probably end up with skill 5, a skill that we don't really use because this one's for AoE damage, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this combo and this build. Okay, so now let's take a look at the Pain Trial build. Okay, so let's now test out Pain Trial. So our talent tree is now going to look like this. So we skip Agony at all. So 0 Agony stuff, right? And everything that goes into Agony now goes into Pain Trial. We still have this one buffed up. Okay, and we also don't have this one. All right, so let's see. So we're gonna try to do the same sequence, but this time we're gonna be using Pain Trial first because I think we have enough cooldown. This one's cooldown is very fast when compared to Agony. So let's go. Skill 1, skill 3 right away, and then build out 5. E, 3, skill 2, skill 1, skill 1, skill 2, skill 1, skill 1, skill 1, skill 3. Okay. It's around 26k, but I think that one took longer as well. But when it comes to damage, it seems like they're both the same. But the thing is, the reason why I built something for Agony Trial is because, or Pain Trial is because I have this thing right here. So Pain Trial's damage is plus 88 and damage is plus 24% during Echo of Destiny. So that's the only reason why I'm building this one. And that's probably the only reason why you should be building this one. Because when it comes to damage, I think the first build is still so much better. But, you know, you can do more testing. Let me know in the comments if it's something better. So that's basically it for the builds that I have when it comes to a DPS priest. Next video is going to be a build that I have for a healer priest that I use for PvP mainly. Okay, so again, leave a like on the video if it helps. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment down below what your build is, or is there something else that I probably have missed, or is there something that I can probably improve upon to make my build better. So thank you very much for watching. See you again next time. Bye bye.